Well, good afternoon. January 20th, Thursday. Month is almost done. I can't believe how quickly time flies. Time flies when they're having fun, they say, right? So, we had a plane crash in Washington yesterday. Plane collided with a helicopter. Surprise, surprise, when you get rid of, people who run the agencies and do the jobs, when you just use a hatchet and start, cutting, just shit happens, right? Terrible shit happens when you make decisions without giving any, thought into it. And here's the sad thing is, we as a society, will we ever really find out the truth? That's the question. You know, can we trust that the FAA and all the other various agencies, not just in this instance, but moving forward for the next 4 years, is the information being told truthful? Are we being told information at all? No, I mean, yeah, I'm a Canadian, so this doesn't directly affect me, but the overall underlying principle of things, it's very, very alarming, right? And yeah, it just it just makes it really, really hard to look forward to every day when you never know what's going to happen, right? But on that being said, not everything I want to talk about is, how shitty and terrible the world has become. There's enough of that out. I think sometimes we need some positivity and everything like that. So, one positive thing I want to talk about today is the fact that there is a lot of people in the United States who are pushing back, disagree. They didn't vote for this, right? And I saw a post on Threads, and it was an American who, was saying that, hey, half the country didn't vote for this, and, he was with Canada, and, was offering support. And just the amount of just anger, which understandable, I get it, but the amount of anger, hatred, and just toxic behavior that was directed towards this individual was really quite depressing, and so I made a comment on the post saying, hey, as a Canadian, totally get it, understand that, you didn't, you didn't vote for this and you don't want it. And, I mean, the reply back I got from fellow Canadians calling me a traitor for, talking to this American and saying, hey, it's okay. And it's like crazy. But the positive point of the story is the original poster, he actually shot me a message privately on Instagram. And we chatted for a bit, and he was really appreciative of the fact that, I was supporting him. And I'm like, hey, man, it's not a problem. I don't agree with Trump. I fucking hate MAGA and everything that they stand for. But I've spent enough time in the United States, and, I know that majority of people there are stellar, kind, generous human beings. And, I just want to say to, anybody who by chance watches my videos and they're American and, they feel that the world hates them. It's a tough time right now. But just know that not everybody is against you. Not everybody hates you. Politics is, it's a dirty game. So, anyway, my positive thing is be a beacon of light and positivity. Try and keep your emotions in check. Try to, do unto others as you'd like to have done unto yourself. So, now, with that being said, not much really going on in the Canadian political front. Carney is locking up support from caucus and, MPs. So it looks like he is the front runner so far. Time will tell us, see what happens. There's talk now about NDP, Jagmeet Singh, willing to prop the government up to get any relief packages passed through Parliament that may be required in response to tariff threats. So, I don't know. The look of a spring election, it was looking pretty obvious that it was going to happen. Now it's kind of trending maybe not. There's a lot of different things in play. And we just got to keep on top of what's going on in our country and make sure that misinformation isn't spread. Pierre Polyev, yeah, fuck, the guy still isn't really saying much as to what he would do to address things. So, yeah, Ontario, Doug Ford called an election early. So we got a provincial election happening in the largest province in the country, a liberal leadership happening federally. There's a lot of upheaval going on right now in Canada. And then we got Danielle Smith in Alberta doing Danielle Smith things. You know, it's just crazy times. It can be very overwhelming. All right. So, I mean, if anyone's feeling overwhelmed with what's going on in the world right now, just take a step back. It's really easy to get sucked into this toxic cesspool of social media and, surrounded by negativity, and just reading it all the time and consuming it all the time is a detriment to your mental health. It's going to be a long 4 years. And people think that, if Trump loses, well, hopefully he doesn't run again, but if, Republicans, MAGA, lose the next election, that will be it. That's it. That's all. Problem solved. It's done. Trump can't run no more. Carry on with life. Now, after this term, the amount of corruption and rot that's just going to be inherently baked into the American system. Not that there wasn't corruption and rot to begin with, but it's even going to be worse, and it's going to be even baked harder into the system. That to root it out and cut it out is going to be an arduous process, and it's not going to be, mega loss, carry on. Like I said, it's going to take a lot of work, energy, and effort to undo the damage. And we as a society need to ask ourselves, are we willing to do what's right? We look back at past generations, the generations that fought fascism in World War II, that fought for human rights, that fought for all that's good in the world. Do we have that strength in this time to be as good as the past? And that's the question, right? This isn't going to be quick. It's going to be 10 years, maybe even 20 years, who knows, right? Even if you can get it all. But it's not going to be a quick process, and it's going to be expensive, both financially, but in other ways too, right? This is going to be hard. It's going to be like Abe Lincoln hard. And I just don't know if the world has it in it to back away from this. I hope so. And I feel that, we're on a precipice. And if we don't do the things that need to be done, it may be too far gone, right? And that's kind of scary. I'm 50, got health issues. If I got 10 years, if I make it to 60, I classify that as fucking lucky, right? But I got 4 kids. My oldest is 24. My youngest is turning 15. And I'm concerned about the type of world that they are going to be moving forward in. I mean, it's hard already for home ownership and just everything that we took for granted growing up. They don't have those opportunities. And what is it going to take to be able to get those opportunities, right? It's a tough time. But we got to make sure, take time out of the day for you. Get away from social media. Put the phone down. Don't get caught up into just reading all the dread every single day, because it will wear you out and it will take a toll on your mental health. I'm going to do another video. I think I want to talk about mental health and stuff like that. So, so I'll be back in a minute.